Woof woof! Hello viewers, Shuffle Woof here, with my bi-monthly segment, Hot Furry Singles, where I highlight my favorite furry tracks released in the past 15 or so days. In the description, you can find links to support the artists mentioned. On to the box. We begin with Wisteria by the popular Atlanta band Cera Palin, which is a huge treat for their fans as it is their first release since 2021. This is an emo rock cut with a strong punk edge, complete with excited guitars and instantly catchy writing. The vocals are extremely well done. I love how dynamic the screams are across this whole thing. An amazing comeback for the band. Next is Preme by Popbot and Einhorn. Popbot's last EP scored highly on my 2024 EPs of the Year list, so I am always excited to hear what they have in store. As per usual, Popbot is very good about switching between calming and exciting bits of electronic, and that happens all over this new single. There are so many varied textures all across this thing, the track switching from abstract synths to breakbeat to colorful strings on the back end. In some ways this does feel like a collage of different sounds, but you can always trust Popbot to tie it all together into something very engaging. Next is SFY by alexx. This is a hyper-pop track with what feels like a club influence on the chorus. I could do with the vocals being a bit higher in the mix, but it is so much fun I can completely look past it. The hook is great, the beats are punchy, and I am loving the lyrics too. Awesome. Next is Would You Hold It Against Me? Turn.UP.THE.BASS Part 117 by xaev. If you love 2010s pop throwbacks, you will find them all over this one. This is an EDM banger that almost feels like a 4-minute DJ set. There is plenty of nostalgia in the mix, reworked into a vibe that straddles both trance and Europop. Perfect if you need to stretch that 2010s itch. Next is Dog Weekend with Non-Binary Ghost. This is a gorgeous alt-rock ballad with clear pop influences in the songwriting. My favorite part of all is the beautiful vocalizations on the post-chorus and the tightly sung melodies all over this thing. Loving the storytelling on this too. Dog Weekend telling us about a past relationship they still think about. Very easy on the ears, very fun. Next is Ajackal with Turtle Town. This track starts off with a calming lo-fi beat that reminds me a lot of different Nintendo OSTs. Animal Crossing comes to mind first, with a cute melodic whistles. As the track picks up, though, we almost go into a J-pop leaning instrumental that gets very funky very fast. I am loving the bass and the keyboard chords all over this section. I also like how it keeps a relatively intimate vibe regardless of the shift. Very pleasant all around.
Boy, look like nothing now, just wait until the suit.
Next is Ultraviolet with Rappertag Freestyle. This is a short rap cut that may have simpler production, but it has flows on flows. Very fun lyrics and energy. I love Ultraviolet's delivery. A great freestyle. Next we have Josh.key with an extended version of their song, Yeddah. This is a house track that fans of Daft Punk are sure to eat up. I am loving the danceable beat, and love the way the pianos and the vocal samples contrast each other. It comes in the form of a double single, so there is more where this came from if you like this track. Next is AETHER.ISO by Metaroom and AQUASINE. While I am newer to Metaroom, I can recognize AQUASINE's influence all over this thing, what with its abstract and adorable digital sounds looping at you in every way possible. The song structure is a bit more abstract than I am used to, but it is fun all the way through, no doubt. Check this one out if you want a multi-phased electronic track full of color and play. Next is Skunk Hotel with a very mystical Seafoam. This is the folkiest cut of the bunch. I am loving the guitar plucking and I am fascinated by a lot of the chord progression Skunk Hotel tries. The track tends to switch between very jagged melodies and more conventional ones in a way that is quirky but very beautiful. I am also loving the very expressive vocal delivery. Even if it is relatively calm, it makes this a super memorable one. Definitely do not miss this one if you like unique, folky songwriting. Next is Kiosrel with Desastre. This is a piece of Latin indie rock, where Kiosrel laments his post-breakup struggles, sharing how hard it is to navigate love after being abandoned by someone he cared for so deeply. I am loving the bells on the chorus. My favorite part is easily how this was written and composed. This one is a hooky heartbreak anthem for the indie fans. Next is Lillybug and Josh.key with a grandiose Tell Me It's Alright. This is a multi-phased hyper-pop track that transitions between many influences. This goes from ambient to EDM to acoustic to an explosive electronic breakdown from the midpoint onward. The production absolutely blows me away with how full it feels, and the vocal performances fit in perfectly with it too. Fans of Porter Robinson would definitely vibe with this. What an impressive track. Next is Inuyama with Methods. This is an extremely low-key piece of indie rock that has a slow but sure build, starting with very nice synth melodies and guitars that progressively get more active and spacious as the song goes. I love how chilled out the vocals are. It is simple but effective, and it has only grown on me with each listen. Next is another one that grew on me slowly, Land of Love by ABSRDST. This is an atmospheric piece of EDM with a very catchy chorus melody, probably the most memorable aspect of the track. The whole thing sounds heavenly and pillowy, with sweet lyrics that are as lovely as the title would suggest. A very calming one. Next is Wafur with Jay and Getting Closer. The overblown beat on this goes insane. It is a glitchy hyper-pop pop with a dark vibe that goes hard. I only wish this one was longer. It's killer. Finally, we have Webcage with a double single that I would like to highlight. Lipstick 405. This is a piece of hyper-pop with darker production and plenty of energy from start to finish. Each time I hear the chorus, it gets even catchier. The vocalists really do a great job selling this one. And as if the production was not already good, the xylophone beat switch up at the end goes crazy. Loving this one, always happy to hear more from Webcage. Those are all the hottest furry singles for the past 2 weeks. Thanks so much for watching. I hope I gave you good recommendations. Do not forget to support your favorite indie artists on Bandcamp, as that is the best way to do so. See you all in the next video. Woof woof.